Welcome back to halftime. Jay Colley back with you. The Tribe on top by 5, 39-34. And as promised, our special guest is John Feinstein, the award-winning writer with the Washington Post, writers of many, many great books. A Good Walk, Spoiled, one of my favorite, A Season on the Brink. Charlie Willem said, John, that he read every word. He doesn't read many books from toe to toe, but he said he read every word of that one, didn't you, Charlie?
I did that.
That was many years ago.
Involved in The Last Amateurs, which
That's
is
right.
one of my most fun books because of his time at Bucknell. So it's good to be with both you guys.
John, good to see you. And I know you're on campus for a reason, and it's a reason Tribe fans everywhere would love to spoil. You talk about a spoiling of an article. Tell us why you're watching Tribe basketball today.
Well, you know, going back, Jay, to 2008, when American University made the NCAA tournament for the first time, I was at that game that day, and I was sitting with Jeff Jones right after the game. And, you know, Jeff played in the Final Four at Virginia, coached Virginia to the Elite Eight. And he said, this is the best moment I've ever had in basketball. Now, AU's only been part of Division I since 1963, but they'd never been to the tournament. And he said, the reason it's my best moment is because I know what it means to all these people. And I started thinking about the schools that have been in Division I since the beginning who have not yet played in the NCAA tournament. There are 5, as you know, William & Mary, Army, Citadel, St. Francis, and Northwestern. And William & Mary's been so close, painfully close 2 years ago, as you guys well remember. So I'm going to do a series of stories on each of those 5 schools and how their tales are different and how each has a unique story to tell. Army turned down a bid in 1968 when Bob Knight was the coach. They've had 2 Hall of Fame coaches, yet they've never been in the tournament. Mike Krzyzewski's the other one. Citadel's most famous basketball player isn't famous for basketball, Pat Conroy, although he wrote a book about playing at Citadel. Northwestern hosted the first national championship game and has never been in the tournament. And St. Francis of Brooklyn is the smallest D1 school in the country. And last year, kind of similar to William & Mary, they hosted the NEC championship game and lost. So each story is unique, and I've always wanted to do this, so I'm going to do a series in the Post.
And it's going to be in the when is it supposed to come out?
We'll do it 5 straight Sundays, probably starting the last Sunday in January. So I'm in the infant stages of my research right now.
So what are your observations right now of this program and Coach Shaver in particular?
Well, it's funny because talking to Terry Driscoll before the game, I thought he said it very well. All you can ask of a program is to be competitive every year, to have a chance. And that's what Tony Shaver's done. He took over when things were down. Charlie did the same thing. He made the team competitive, gave them chances to get into the tournament, to get into postseason. And Tony's done that. Obviously been in the championship game 4 times. As I said, heartbreakingly close 2 years ago. Last year, I think they were just worn out against Northeastern after that amazing semifinal against Hofstra. So I think that Tony's done what you need to do. He just needs the exclamation point on the end of the sentence. It's like a great golfer who's done everything but win a major title. And you need that exclamation point at the end of the sentence.
Is it one of those things that you found, John, and you're talking in preparation for this story, are the guys that are fans that have been fans for 50, 60 years going to be more joyous? Is it the current coaches, the past players? Who's going to be more joyous?
I think a little bit of both, and it depends on the school. I mean, there are a bunch of kids on this current William & Mary team who've played in these last 2 finals. So if they break through this year and get to the tournament, that'll be a great thing for them, and the elephant in the room will go away. For the fans, of course, especially those who've been around for a long time, it will be a huge thing. Bobby Dwyer's been here 30 years as chief fundraiser, and he said walking out of the building in Baltimore 2 years ago was as despondent as he's ever been in sports. I'm sure that's true of a lot of William & Mary fans. It varies from school to school depending really on how close you've been. Citadel's never really been close. Northwestern's never really been close, and that's why them getting off to such a good start this year is a big deal out there.
Well, you know, you do a lot of the Patriot League games, and my little observation this year is Army's got the best chance they've had in a long time.
They do, Charlie, and it's an interesting point because, you know, Tony, you guys know this, he doesn't really want to talk about it. He wants to just, process and play every game, and if we play well enough and we're in position, great. Zach Spiker at Army has told his players repeatedly, you have a chance to make history. All the starters are seniors. You have and that's his theme for this season. Let's make history. So you've got 2 coaches who have rebuilt programs taking completely opposite tacks to this issue.
John Feinstein, thank you very much for joining us today, and we look forward to those what we know are going to be well-written and interesting articles.
Well, thank you, and I really hope that the ending of this story is getting to write a column on a Monday night in March about William and Mary breaking through.
You got two guys that
I know that too. Thanks, Jay. Happy New Year to you guys.
Happy New Year to you.